Welcome into this beautiful bar room. Grab yourself a drink and perch yourself up on the rail as we talk some wingman poker. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome on into another edition of Wingman Poker Presents. Once again, we will be doing a chip review of our chips that we've been acquiring through our years of Wingman Poker. Before I get on to the next chip set, is a little bit of information I wanted to add from last chip review. These are the ABS chips that I got, I believe, from discountpokershop.com. Not positive. They don't sell them there anymore. I did find them online at a couple places, chipsandgames.com, DaVinci Imports, and Brilliant Promos. They sell them. They don't. Neither site has every color available, and so it might be hard to make a full set as these are not being really printed out anymore. And it looked like the ones from most of the sites were the ones that I mentioned before, the kind of the uglier ones. Like I said, I point that up, and there's nothing to do. Let me get that close-up video so you guys can see these chips here. Just to rehash what we said here, the clubs are the worst one here. So we're gonna put the secondary ones that we got. If you look up there, the bottom club there is a little smaller, a little uglier. Oops, there we go. So it looks like that's the one that is for sale now. These uglier kind of faded ones. They hold up still. They're a little thicker. They don't quite spin as much as the glossy ones, and they only cost about 9 cents a chip, give or take. So that is great news if you wanted to get a cheap set. Like I said, I've had no problem with these chips. We use them nonstop there for about 5 to 6 years, give or take, maybe even a little longer, and they lasted no problem. So just want to update that before I move along to the next chips we're going to go over. All right. Let's get these old chips out of the way. Again, the reason we moved up there, they didn't have the colors and the numbers of chips that I wanted. But as time went on and I started branding out our Wingman Poker series here, Wingman Poker League, I wanted to get some custom chips. Now, I'm not talking about super expensive chips necessarily, but I wanted to make them my own. So let's get a couple stacks here. We got the blacks. We got the greens. See, I can't really show you the greens because I'm not going to lie. This is not a real poker room, people. We're on a green screen, and these things are see-through when they're in the big camera. So the close-ups, we're going to keep them over here to the side so you can just get a look at them. And we got the yellows and this one, I picked all the colors I wanted. It actually came with orange when I first bought them. So it was about a 555 chip set. And these were at 49 cents a chip. So I got 550 chips for 269. That included tax and shipping. Shipping was free, actually. The problem I found was between, and they all have my Wingman Poker logo, which is very simple, nothing fancy, but I want to make it my own here to match my thing. The problem I found while we were playing is the pinks and oranges kind of blended together. Not too bad if you're paying attention, but you could see that right there. Let's do a half and half stack and see what we got. So the orange and pinks kind of bled together just enough. So I wanted to switch out. We use the orange for 50s at the time. So I wanted to get a different color and I thought I was ordering light blue, like a sky blue, a Carolina blue for our 50s. The problem is they're kind of teal, and the teal ones also are hard to differentiate from the green ones. So we still have the same problem. We have two chips that kind of blend in together, but the blue ones were ordered after the fact, and there is a difference between the blue and the original. Let's orange in this case. The orange one had a sticker on it. I will tell you now, I've never had any of these stickers fall off at all. I'm not saying that they're better quality than other ones. I'm just saying I've had no issues with them. While the blue ones, which were ordered later to try and make the set a little bigger, they are printed right onto the chip. You probably can't tell there, but it's a little fuzzier. It's not a sticker. There's no gloss. It's printed directly on to the chip. Now let's get to some of our little quality reviews here. So let's get a bigger stack so we can tell. All right, so these are the pink ones here. Let's see how they wobble. Oh, let me get this out in front of you here. So these do wobble a little bit, not too bad. I mean, I'm putting a lot of pressure on them. They do stack up that way. Spinners, nope, they don't spin like those last ones. So these were, and I got these from a site called, what was it called? Let me put it back up here. It was called Discount Casino Gear. That site still does sell custom chips. You can put your labels on them. They no longer sell this 8-stripe variety. They have a 6-stripe variety. So it's a fatter white parts, and it's just, again, monochrome where it's the color of the chip and white striping. I got these for 49 cents a chip, like I mentioned before. Then now they sell their chips for about 55 cents a chip, up to down to 49 if you get thousands of chips. So the price is still good. Shipping is still free once you buy 500 chips. I'm not endorsed by anybody, just trying to let you know where I got these things. And the printing was no problem. All the printing looks good. The color representations are how I put them up there. The only thing I had, and I don't remember if I got this second blue chip from them or not, that the chip didn't match the picture. It's a little darker than I would have liked. The good thing was, though, on this chip, I was able to get the number of colors that I wanted, so we can now have greens for the 25s. I use blues for 50, as we're a smaller short stack here. Blacks are our 100, of course. 500 are the purples, which, normal coloring here. I had a 250 in there. It's kind of a weird thing. I don't know why I put that one in there. I just kind of like like I said, we're a smaller stake one, so when we color up, there's it wouldn't be. If you had a couple 500s in your stack, you wouldn't be able to make change. So the pink ones, and they're fun to get when we do chip bonuses at the 250. So those are fun to get. We have our 500 after that, 1,000 in the yellows, and I moved, since I already had the oranges. We never use them, but these are worth 5,000 in our game if we ever need them. So we've got all those denominations there. That works out pretty well. I've had these since 2015, a 10-year run. Haven't lost any. No stickers have peeled off. I mean, some are, you can see maybe are little raised, as in they're not like super flat, but nothing's peeling up. There's no peeled edges on any of these stickers. So, I mean, I've no complaints in that regard. The only thing I was getting bored with these chips after 10 years is that because they're just white stripes, when you have colors that are close together, there's nothing else to differentiate them. If it was, an orange chip with a big purple stripe on it and a pink chip with a yellow stripe, it would give you just a secondary color to try and differentiate in your chip stacks there. So, yeah, I've had no trouble with these. Again, a whole set of 555 chips for under $300. That does not include the case. The first one was probably about $55 to $70, and that did include the case. So, yeah, like I mentioned before, we are getting ready to get our new chips coming in. After 10 years, I think I deserve a upgrade in chips. Well, let's see. We haven't unboxed them yet. The next one's going to be an unboxing. Hopefully, I'm not disappointed. I want to thank you all for joining me once again in this chip review. If you have any questions on either of these old style chips that are very economical, go ahead and leave a comment. Ask any questions you want. I will answer those at my leisure, I guess. But thanks again, guys, for watching. With that being said, please go ahead and go to our YouTube channel at wingmanpoker.com/YouTube. When you get there, hit that notification bell, hit a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment if you have any questions. With that being said, guys, may your cards be live, your pocket aces hold, and we will see you next time.
Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in.